Thank you, Paulie, for stepping up.
Thank you, guys.
Brilliant.
Hey, David Hewitt, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Hewitt.
I was at an autograph signing.
Were you?
Oh, yeah.
Do they know who you are now?
Yeah, they know who I am now. I had to tell them.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Paulie.
Who is that guy?
Okay. David Hewitt's already on stage. We're going to have the rest of the cast come up. Joe Flanagan and Rachel. Let's rock. Let's hear it for them. Come on. All right. Take it away.
Hello, hello.
And Rainbow.
Hold your mic for you. I just hold the mic for Joe.
Just sit down.
Rainbow.
Thanks, Rainbow.
Oh. Is Rainbow not coming?
No,
Do
Rainbow
they,
was just...
I call Rainbow Rain Bucket.
do they split us up now?
They split us up.
They don't trust
I don't know
enough of us
why.
on the stage at the same time.
Would you guys rather see us all staggered and split up or all together?
Just McKay?
All right, let me see what I can do about that.
Yeah, because I know they want to be on stage for another hour. I'm sure they're not tired at all.
Give it some time.
Hey, they have a Stargate. Look at these.
Wow.
They're
That is,
small.
oh my God, there's 2 Stargates.
Ours were bigger, just saying.
Yeah, ours were bigger.
But you've got, they're pretty cute.
You know, ours actually worked. So, yeah, that's what.
How are we doing this? Are we Q&A or what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know,
I think we're Q&A. Are we Q&A?
do people have questions or what's some people do have questions. I've got some questions myself.
Come on up.
What was in the sandwich at lunch?
Oh,
I didn't
jeez.
have any.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
How are we doing questions? Are we got microphones or are we just shouting it
Yeah,
out?
what's happening?
Hey, over there.
You
Do
know
you
what-
have a microphone?
Here.
It's
Are you?
not.
Come on up.
Joe has suddenly become like Jerry Springer. That's a reference from the 90s, everybody.
Hi. This is a question for David.
Okay.
Okay. As an autistic person, I found a lot that was like really relatable about Dr. McKay, and I was just wondering, like, what are your thoughts about like the reading of Dr. McKay as autistic?
It's funny, I worked with a lot of very, very smart and very, very antisocial nerds in my time. I worked at it's a programming and I worked at some networking stuff. And so basically it was a combination of the nerds that I'd worked with before, who you discover there's just a different way they just communicate a different way. And then of course there's Brad and
Oh gosh. Yes.
well, because they're basically I was playing the writers for a big part of it, right? So but yeah, he was definitely on the spectrum, should we say? I think to some extent, yeah. A pleasure.
You
yeah.
bet.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I think everyone in this room would agree that Stargate as a fandom has really brought people together from around the world, and some of our closest and dearest friends are as a result of Stargate. The ring means I'm contractually obliged to say that he's my favourite one of them. Yeah. So obviously the favourite person I've met as a result of Stargate is my husband. But who is your favourite person that you have met as a result of working in the Stargate universe?
That Rod guy.
It was definitely me.
The Rod guy was amazing. Handsome, dashing.
What, the what guy? Who?
The Rod guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Rachel's like, oh, I remember these guys now.
Oh gosh, I don't think I have a favorite.
But she's looking at me.
No.
Well, there's Neil deGrasse Tyson. There was like
Well, there were so
Bill
many.
Nye. There was like
Yeah, we got
yeah.
to work with some incredible people. No, we were very, very lucky. Where are you going?
I was trying to take a video.
Oh, you're trying to take a video.
Oh, are you?
Sorry.
It's
don't
like I
take a
thought
video.
Joe was suddenly looked like he doesn't know where he was. It's okay, Joe. We're on stage again.
That's 10 years. 10
What?
years down the road. No, I don't really have a favorite. No. You know what? Okay, I don't want to get sappy, but the truth is, it was fabulous working with all all of these guys.
It's
honestly.
true, it was.
It was like, it was like a big family, a big dysfunctional family.
Highly dysfunctional family.
But it was great. We were very, very lucky because that doesn't always happen. But no, I don't have a favorite.
Aw, she loves us all the same. What a sock.
It was the alien I worked with. I liked him the most.
The alien has a name, Joe.
Well,
That-
it's
that
funny
one.
though because remember that episode where it was early on in the season or in the show, and I walked into I was in a spaceship and there was an alien that was just talking to me, and I said, I've never seen an alien before, and so should I respond? They're like, no, he's been around forever. He was on SG-1, and I was like, yeah, but I haven't seen him. You think I would do that? Anyways, I raised a little bit of a stink about that, and I think it played right because I wanted to keep that part of the show differently. I don't know. But the alien he was difficult to work with, but once I started getting to know him, he was okay.
I couldn't figure it out. I was like, should we be there for his eye line? Like, I wasn't sure if we were supposed to stay. Like, when he had his lines, was I supposed to stay so that the puppet people had people to look at? I didn't know what the etiquette was on it all. But Joe's your best go-to because Joe would always go, so this is sci-fi? Like, he was always like, hey, Dave, is this like normal sci-fi stuff? Is this normally what happens? Yep, Joe, that's what happens. Yep.
I was supposed to be the normal guy.
I think we have to go with Wonder Woman, don't we? Is that?
Hello.
Yeah, I feel the lasso of truth is calling me.
Can't hear you.
Your microphone sucks.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, hi. So I was actually just really, really curious because the others had actually spoken about like what their favourite like scenes were, and some of them spoke about what their worst scenes were.
Can you speak up because we're like
Oh.
85 years old? We can't
Sorry.
hear anything.
Sorry.
I've got my hearing aids on, so I can hear everything. I've got my ear binoculars on.
Yeah, no, I was just really curious. Like, not about the best scenes and not about the worst scenes, but more about
The
like,
middle scenes?
Kind of like what was taken out that you felt that would have developed the character more for yourselves.
Wow, that's interesting.
Oh,
What was
good.
missing?
What was missing?
Well, Evil McKay, I think, was one of the ones. I really felt like we missed out on that one. With a dashing beard. And superpowers. He's probably just wildly attractive to everyone.
Yes. That was a stretch too far for sci-fi also.
They cut that before I thought of it.
Wait, do I understand the question correctly that it was what was not in the show, but what was not in the show?
Yeah, I don't know if that's right. Sorry. No, it's just basically like, when things are sort of edited out,
Oh.
and because the directors or producers would have thought that actually we don't want this. Did you guys as actors and actresses, did you ever think that, that might have been a mistake? I really liked that bit in the, that scene that might have actually.
We were
been
too
better as
good.
well.
Nobody ever cut anything
No, I
we
was
did.
gonna say. No,
We were
it's true.
just-
I don't recall ever feeling like anything was cut out.
You know what I did notice was I did notice that there were a lot of wide shots, and I was always thinking like, damn it, I know we did coverage for that. And then they would say these wonderful, and of course you realize when you're watching the show, that's what you want to see. You want to see giant Atlantis stuff and big cranes and everything. But as actors, you're like, but the camera should be here, So that's, I think that's
I
probably
would frequently break into song, and that never made the cut either.
magical, Mr. Mistopheles.
Not true. But we did have
Circle.
a show.
Circle.
Don't you dare.
She sang
Stop it. No, I did, but that's not what I was going to
Stargate
talk
on
about.
Ice.
There was that one, and Richard Kind was in it. Do you remember that? And we kind of turned it into a musical behind the scenes. Do you remember? It was super fun.
We had way too much
See,
time
now
on it.
that wasn't filmed, and it probably should have been. But that was
Because it
a
would
lot
have
of fun.
ended careers.
I guess that kind of sort of answered your question, but not really. Sorry.
Is that, sure. I'm not sure who's supposed to be.
Hello.
over here.
Oh, there you go.
Hello. Hi.
Hey.
I asked this question before to the other guests.
And they just couldn't answer it.
No, they're just not you, you know.
Yeah. B team.
So you don't always relate to episodes initially, and I never used to understand it when people said, "Oh yeah, I can see myself in that episode." And a lot of people here today have been very personal about their stories in life. And your episode with the shrine was on the other day when Rodney's losing his mind. It's Alzheimer's, but it's not. It's an alien. And I'm going through stuff with family at the moment, and it was very relatable and it was very strong for me. And I appreciated it more this time. In the episodes you've done, was there anything that touched your heart that, you know what, crikey, this seems like this is me or someone I know? It's something that you've all had in your life as an experience.
Well, there was occasional bouts of like indigestion. Okay? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't think so.
There were, absolutely. There were moments when, you know. Didn't Paul die from an exploding tumor?
Yes, he did.
I found that touching.
We cried with laughter.
Security.
I was sad.
Oh dear. No, we did all cry in
We
that
knew
one.
that Paul was going to die from an exploding tumor like 2 weeks before. So every time I saw him, I was like, "Hey, Paul."
They were very caring and loving team. There was, you know, it's funny, the one you were talking about, I did all the lines for the video stuff, I did with Brad Wright. And so Brad Wright was reading off camera, and he started crying, which I thought was really cute, until I realized he was just crying at how beautiful his lines were, I think. But no, I think that was hard. I mean, they're really good at writing the stuff that sort of gets you in the heart. And that one was definitely how often you get to play like normally that happens in a show and you're dead. It's like, you know, that happens on ER, you're not coming back the next week, right? That's what I love about science fiction is you can have a wonderful death scene and then it's like, oh, hey everyone, I'm fine, it's good, we're good, yeah, I'm back. You know, and it's just such a gift, you know what I mean? So,
thank you very much.
Pleasure, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, guys.
I think the lesson though is that the more you watch my work, the better it gets. I think is what I got from that.
Yeah.
We all
Pretty awesome. Hey guys.
Whoa.
Oh, hey.
Hey, I thought I'd just come on. We've got someone here backstage that wouldn't mind coming out and joining you guys.
Oh, brother.
I
Can we have
All
a
right.
Can we have a hero's
on,
welcome, I
baby.
think?
Come on.
Basingstoke Comic Con. Welcome to the stage, Mr. Jason Momoa.
Never heard of him.
Now, while we've got Jason here, we're going to take a quick shot with all of you guys and girls in the background and friends. Let's do this. Let's do the quick selfie thing for Basingstoke. Come on. Ready? We've got to get the Basingstoke logo in. That's Mr. Jason Momoa.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here with my friends. With my friends. Surprise! I'm the special guest.
Who could it be?
Listen, look how consistent I am, though. I feel like you could take this back 20 years and it's the same look.
Yeah, you could. Well, we're answering questions with our usual wit and charm. So what's the next one here?
Sorry. So this is for David. You've been on all of the Stargate programs and TV series. So I just wanted to know, like, how did you feel about the different sets and the different crews that you worked with in all the 3 different Stargates?
Well, it's such a weird thing, right? I mean, it's like you come in for 1 episode on our 2 episodes in the show. You're a guest, you know. But when you got Atlantis, you could tell Jason to turn the music down. It's like, you know, I was telling him the story about being on sea, and my trailer was right around the corner from Jason's tiny little thing that he had, and all of a sudden I hear like there's like guitar going, there's like drums going, and I literally went to the door, stuck my head out, and went, oh God, I can't tell him to shut up anymore. Yeah. You know? People are like, oh my God, he's so good at guitar. I was like, yeah, we had to listen to him learn. You're doing bass now, right? That's Baz is doing bass now.
He's actually gotten pretty good at bass.
Oh, come on.
It's fun. He's doing Nirvana and Pixies, and he's there. Love it. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Quick question. I was here last year. Great to have all of you this year. I think Rainbow mentioned last year a scene where he kind of kept it going because it was so fun. And it was season 2, episode 1, where Davey, you're hanging upside down. How do you all remember this episode? And how much fun did you have? Or Davey, was it okay for you?
That was my other Jason story. The scene where I'm hanging upside down, I told...
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't remember much, but I fucking remember that day. And it was the first time I ever saw, not that I knew David that much, but man, he was so pissed. And I'd busted my ass to learn this action scene, and I have all these crazy pads on, and it's freaking raining, and we're in the mud, and it's hard, and I'm slipping, and I'm falling, and the whole time he's upside down.
In a hazmat suit before lunch.
And Rainbow's there, and Rainbow's just kind of doing some Rainbow stuff, and it was not going well, and we're just trying to get the notes, and the lines weren't going right. The action wasn't going right, and he just freaked out. But
Full McKay.
Beyond McKay, like freaked out, and it was real. We're like, whoa! But I totally get it because I'm like, he's dying up there.
I look, and in the corner of my eye, I see movement in the bushes, and there's Jason, who I hadn't really met you that well at that point. But there he was in the bushes, and suddenly these sides came up, and he sort of walked off. And then I hear in an interview a little later, he's talking, he goes, yeah, I didn't want the fat man mad at me. I was like, then you kid.
Hello.
And that's it.
Hey.
Okay.
How's that beer?
It's
Looks
delicious.
really icy cold
Thank
and
you.
good,
It
doesn't
is icy cold. It is foamy. It's great.
Thanks. Describe the taste to us.
Chris. Anyway, huge fan of all you guys. Rachel, you're so beautiful. This question is for Joe, though. So, John Shepherd is a man of many facial expressions. Some of my favorite moments of the show are just of like conversations happening in the foreground where John is just making expressions in the background. I'm curious, is that like a character-driven choice, or was like trying to keep yourself awake on set?
That was
choice?
me just trying to survive.
I thought that might be the case.
Yes. And playing witness to people like him spazzing out. Or him learning guitar. I was just trying to be sane, so I was just back there going.
It worked.
Trying to do my thing. Well, you know, it's actually interesting. There was a TV show I did before Atlantis that was on CBS. It was about the Supreme Court. And although I was a regular and had an important role, I had to do a lot of listening, which got really boring. So I learned how to listen and still get in the cut instead of going. I'd be like,
Just the same as before. The active listening.
I did all these things, and I was surprised how many times I actually made the cut, even though I had no dialogue. So there was a little trick. So we all have our little selfish ways of getting in the cut.
I just had the opportunity to have Joe. It was kind of a dream come true. I got to make a Guinness commercial, and I got to put my friend in it. And so massive dream job. My mom's in it and everything. And this is part where I'm like, Flanagan, and we watched the takes, and when we're in the edit, and I'm like, I'm fucking laughing my ass off because he doesn't say anything, but he has these faces like. You do these faces, and I'm like, dude, that's perfect. I mean, it's fucking like, it's great. Like he's such a professional, and he really is, and he's so fucking good. I mean, he's actually not professional, but he's such a pro at acting.
He's a straight man.
Even his listening is interesting, and that's like, it's a nod to him. He's definitely not professional, but he's definitely He knows what to do, and he listens well. And that's just a beautiful comment you had about him. I haven't rewatched the show, but I just experienced doing a commercial with him, and it was really wonderful. Yeah, very.
That was after a few Guinnesses.
It's also so Joe. I was laughing. I was giggling because I was just like, it's Joe. Like, it was just, yeah.
My kids get really pissed at me because we do staring contests, and whoever like smiles first loses, and I always win. And they're like, "You're making stupid faces," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And
Your normal stupid face.
My normal stupid face. Yes. Anyways.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
I work as prop maker, and from my experience, I know that actors really like to break props. So my question for everyone is, have you ever broken some prop? And if yes, what it was? Maybe a little story.
Tell them about the flags, Joe. We broke the flags.
Have you ever broken a prop?
Have you ever broken any of the props?
Oh yeah.
Jason, you must have
know I
broken
have.
props.
I know I've broken props. Yeah, but I'm trying to remember. Oh, that's a damn good question. I'm trying to remember anything right now. I'm still. These guys are a little unfamiliar to me. I think apparently I've been on a show with them.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I can't remember, but we had a lot of props. He stole pretty much all the props.
It said broke, asshole. Why are you bringing up bullshit?
I don't know if I broke anything. I think a lot of guns would misfire. I guess I could be responsible for that. But no, I mean, the props were, there was one.
I remember when Taylor broke my face.
Oh,
yeah. I remember.
I
remember when Rachel busted my face. Remember that?
This was good
and
shit.
when you broke the lead actor?
The lead actor?
One of the lead actors?
Nothing, my friend. Nothing.
It was so classic.
You know what? He didn't duck. He was supposed to duck.
No.
Yes!
Supposed to duck my ass.
And I'm sitting there, and actually the funny thing is, it's like
I
the
gave
scene
him a black eye.
he's here, and she's there, and she's supposed to punch him, and I'm looking at the two of them, and she makes full contact. I'm looking, and I see Jason's nose just go shh.
No.
And I'm like, I hope they don't yell cut.
She hit the side of my face, and I'm like, I turn my head, and in the dailies you go like, you fucking hit me. And I keep my head turned, because when I turn back is the take they used, and you can see it going red, and I look right at it.
I bought him flowers. I bought you flowers.
You did, sweetheart. You did, sweetheart.
I felt
You
very
felt
bad.
I bought myself flowers.
Stop it. No, I bought them for Jason. I did feel terrible about that. Anyway, yeah, so I broke that.
Broke his nose.
Beautiful face.
I used so much insect repellent that I melted any of the plastic on any of my stuff. Because I was constantly spraying myself with the DEET. And so all the guns would melt, and the earpieces would stick to my face. That's the only damage I did. Manly damage like that. Manly melting anti-insect damage.
Yes. There you go. You bet.
My name is Selena. I'm a big fan of you guys. The one question I have is for David, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
This is David.
Dave?
In Atlantis, it says that you say you're allergic to lemons. Now that is my favourite bit, when they all threaten you with lemons. It's just a curiosity, are you allergic?
I'm not. No. But I did hear that Brad told me the story about that. Apparently they worked with a writer who said that he was allergic to lemons the whole time, and then they would go to this Swiss chalet every week, and he would ask, like, are there lemons? He'd be like, no, you're fine. And then they discovered there was huge amounts of lemon in the sauce this guy was having all the time. So he obviously didn't have an issue with it, but that they decided they wanted to put that in to get back at it. Yeah, I thought that was kind of a cute.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. But no, I always wonder why people bring lemons on the chance that I might actually be deathly allergic to them. It's like people think it through a little.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Stacey.
You look very relaxed. You got your beer.
Well, I don't know. This question might not be so relaxed. Actually, it's one for Jason. Are you currently single? Which I probably speak to a lot of women about, actually. You know, we're just asking the question. We just want to know.
I'm very much in a relationship.
And what relationship is that? With whom, may I ask? Come on, we want to know.
You'll find out very soon.
Well, you know, we might be at the bar afterwards if you want to give us some more information on that.
No, I'm very much in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for a while. I'm really enjoying privacy because back in the day, no one gave a fuck, and now everyone does. And I'm still the same guy. So it's been really nice because everyone's kind of, you know, they've been leaving me alone, but.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm off the market. It was gonna work out and then fuck.
By the way, I can attest on a privacy level, I have met this guy, his name is Bob, and I approve.
Wonderful.
Hi guys.
Hey there.
So question for all of you, but I want to focus on the specific with Jason at the end. When you all got cast, were you aware of your comparables with SG-1, and was there an anticipation like, oh, I've got to live up to the linguist Daniel Jackson or Jack O'Neill? Obviously David, you'd already guest starred, but particularly Jason, was there an apprehension about eventually sharing the screen with Chris Judge? Did it build for many years, or was it just all cool and easy?
So I'm sorry, you directed the question to me at the end, I wasn't listening.
So I will ask this question to you,
Yeah.
sir, as many times.
Yes. What about Chris Judge?
So when you got cast, obviously there's the comparables in SG-1, but you particularly, it's obviously the Enforcer versus the Enforcer. Was there anticipation that one day you would eventually share an episode, and the fact that you had to live up to what came before in Teal?
I hadn't seen SG-1 up to that point, and so I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know anyone, and I just really liked the role. It was when I read Ronan, it was a really fun role. I don't think they had me in mind either, because when I was in my own casting process, there were 3 totally different people. So I don't know, I got very lucky and how it ended up. So, but when I met Chris Judge, I'm a pretty big personality, pretty gregarious guy. Chris has me fucking beat. Like, we're not even the same sport. Like, he is so fucking far ahead of me, and so he's someone that I would never be able to compete on that level. So, but we had so much fun. It's actually one of my favorite episodes, being together with him, and I love him as a human, and yeah, he's great. But I didn't plan on trying to fill those shoes.
Thank you, Jay. What about the rest of you guys with the other comparable characters? Were you nervous?
I actually hadn't watched SG-1 either. Actually wasn't really aware. I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but I wasn't.
Really good at it.
I had seen the movie like 1,000 years ago, and I really liked the film, but I didn't know anything about what I was getting into, and I was really happy about that. I actually didn't know what we were getting into until we did our very first convention, and we met all of you guys, and
that's really how it happened.
It was crazy.
Hall H was like, that was a fucking kicker.
Yeah.
When we went out there,
we went out there for the first time. That was yeah. That's when we knew.
I get it.
I feel like Joe would have been. He's really nervous to fill Richard Dean Anderson's shoes. Like, he definitely.
Frightening.
He had a lot on his shoulders.
Terrifying.
These two.
You know, he can't fix shit.
These 2 white guys. Yeah, they had a lot on their shoulders.
Well, and it's actually kind of funny because I didn't know much about SG-1 at all, and I decided not to watch it. This is after I got cast. I was like, I'm not going to watch it because I don't want it to affect what we're doing, which is something. But interestingly enough, all the interviews that I was doing up to the launch of the first episode, that was the most common question I got. Well, you know, like from all over the world, like, what's it like to fill the shoes of, you know, Jack O'Neill? And I'd be like, who?
The Germans.
And I didn't really think about it much at all. And then after the first episode, nobody ever asked me again. And I think that was fine because we were distinct characters. I don't think any of us were derivative of any characters on SG-1. And somebody likened them to Superman and us to Batman, so to speak. Like, we're just related, but totally different. So that was that.
I was Batman? Is that what you're getting? I was Batman. Yeah.
You were Batman.
Definitely Batman.
I I'm Batman.
Hey.
Hi. So my question is to Jason. So if you were offered a one-off wrestling match in WWE, would you take it and who would you want to face?
If you put that up to your mouth a little bit more, I can hear you.
If you were offered a one-off wrestling match with WWE, would you take it and who would you want to face?
I'm Paul McGilliam. I'm old, bro. I'm broken. This fucking show broke me. I was back then, I was like, I'm doing my stunts. I'm gonna do this shit. Now I'm like, I ain't doing shit. I'm like these guys. Joe didn't do a goddamn thing. You did all your stunts. Joe didn't even pick up his fucking, he didn't even tie his shoes. This guy just fucking talked. Like, no, like,
which is a stunt.
I'm broken. I wish I could do some of that for you to be cool, but since we're in the honest bubble right now, I'm broken. This is medicine.
It's disappointing, isn't it?
This isn't beer, it's medicine.
Hello, my
Hello.
question's for Jason. Jason, you are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you, David.
You are
I don't see it.
so sexy.
Just don't see it.
And I think ice cream sales have just gone through the roof since you've done your commercial. My question is, do you plan on playing any gigs with your bass, like commercially gigging like Johnny Depp now does?
I started this amazing vodka brand, and it'll be here soon. It'll be here in August. I'm very excited for it to come here, and so I just was trying to make an event where I haven't been doing conventions, but I've been doing these mainly events where I come and I meet everybody and give them a hug and take pictures, and then I was like, let's have a little party and and have a drink with everyone. So it'll definitely happen here. I don't know if I'm not that the best musician. I just enjoy watching my friends. Now it's cool because I can be really close to them and watch them. So it's fun for right now. It's just fun, and we're just trying to have a good time. So.
Can you just say hello, Karen, in your sexiest voice?
I'm really surprised you don't find him sexy. What's up? Eye of the beholder. Eye of the beholder.
WWE, here I come.
This guy does his own stunts. He picks up a pencil and...
My other favorite Jason one was he said, you think it's hard learning all those lines? Try listening to them. That's my stunt.
I have to tell you, because I haven't been able to, these guys were out here first, but this was like college to me. It was four amazing years. I'm sure there were bad times, but I had way more good times that outweighed everything. And I actually didn't know that everyone was gonna be here. So it's a really just delight to be here with everyone, and I haven't done one of these forever, and I'm really fucking excited to see everyone. So, and thank you for loving the show, because it's one of this is college for me. It taught me how to do all the things that I do today, so thanks for loving the show. No, I mean, like, seeing Rachel, I just got to see you, so that's great. And me and David got to do some really magical work together. And, Joe is very prominent in my life, but I rarely get to see her, and I love her so much. And like I said, me and David got to do some really good stuff.
And Rachel just hasn't changed at all. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. There's something wrong. Take off the mask.
Thank you. I will accept the compliment, and it all goes to my mother's side of the family, Tanzania. Yeah.
Not the Scottish white side.
Really?
No.
The ruddy red Scottish.
Hiya.
Hello.
Before anything else, I think it's worth saying, no offense, Jason, but my wife would always say David Hewitt is much sexier.
Jane heard that. Jane? Really? Jane? Whoa. Jane's gonna beat your wife's ass.
I mean, if you're asking, I'm taken. I'm with someone. I've been with her for a while. And we would just like our privacy. Thank you. But your wife has fantastic taste in other men. Yeah.
That's because she's never seen me naked, sir.
That would certainly end it if she saw that of me. Yeah.
So
Actually, let's go with Jason.
We can have a standoff if you want. I mean,
Do it.
Tomorrow's day in the tennis courts. I'll take it off.
My actual question was, because obviously you ad-lib quite a lot, so other than things like maybe you making jokes, pulling certain faces, or Rachel beating Jason up, is there any ad-libbing that you did in the episodes that actually ended up in the show, so a genuine reaction from the other person?
I didn't ad-lib, they were written. Yeah. I had enough lines already, I didn't make up any more ones. You know?
Well, actually, we would do ad-libs on tags. Like, we would tag an end of the scene.
Well, I couldn't shut up. But
yeah, because that was the funny thing. The person who has the last word often is what they cut out on. So there would be like, yeah, so what do you think of that? And like, I'm not sure. And I'd be like, are you sure? No. Okay.
Are you really not sure?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
And just go back and forth, see who would get the cut. But I think that one time I called you Chewy. I called you Chewy once.
Yeah.
Chewy, like Chewbacca.
I fucking told you that. You've been saying this lie forever. I told you I was
telling
Chewbacca.
this lie forever. Ladies and gentlemen, first time on
Chewbacca. I
Let's
told
go.
you I'm Chewbacca, and then you used it in the show. But I was like, dude, I'm like fucking Chewbacca, and I did the thing, and then you used it in the show.
Yeah, but it wasn't in this. My point was, it wasn't in the script.
No, but I always told you I was Chewbacca, and you're fucking Han Solo.
Jeez, thanks, pal. Anyways, thankfully he didn't resemble Chewbacca at all, and he told me. So
I totally look like
realized
Chewbacca.
that. But we did slide into this one scene one day, and it was not scripted. And he was going to shoot something, and I said like, "Easy, Chewie," and we thought that was kind of funny. And then the director was like, "No, it's not in the script. Can't use it." But they used it. So there you go.
That's one thing I wish we would have done more. But I feel like we were all pretty funny, and everyone's. I just feel like you guys put stuff in there. I feel like I put stuff in there, right? I don't remember much. I feel like we did. I didn't talk much on the show, so I'm going to resort to you guys. Guys?
Sometimes he wouldn't have anything to say, and he'd still screw it up.
I got to tell you, that's the hardest thing. You got to listen to these fuckers talk the whole time. You got to wait for one cue word, and you're like, yeah. and then you're like, I'm 88H. I'm like 4D, 3D. I can't, like, I'm like, look, squirrel. So it's, listen to these fuckers talk. I'm like, I just was off in another universe having a great time. And then I missed my line, and they're like, come on, Momo. I was like, oh.
It was
Be more interesting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was the best trick, though, too. Whenever I was screwing up a line, if I knew it was going off the rails, I'd just look at Jason, and he'd immediately go, whatever his next line was, he would say it.
If you look at me in those panic eyes, I'd be like, oh shit!
Yeah. Well, the fat man's looking at me. But every time it would, and he would launch to his next line. Then I got to go, Jason, I've still got a half a page left here. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
It was the only time he would stop playing guitar.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, hello. Oh.
Someone's
Hi.
had a good time.
So yeah, it's just really great to see you here. I asked your colleagues earlier about the emotion that they found the most difficult to portray, and sorry. My question for you guys is actually, what was your favorite emotion to portray? Like, not just on Atlantis, but throughout your whole careers.
A favorite
emotion
to
Yeah.
play?
Yeah.
Grumpy.
Is that an emotion? I don't know. Man. I don't know. I mean, listen, okay, I don't mean to get heady, but is it, okay, stop. But I mean, as an actor, you kind of want to be able to play all emotions. I don't really have one that is my favorite. No, it depends on the character, it depends on the scene, and yeah, I don't really have enough.
That was lovely.
I don't know that I would think of it in terms of emotions, but I think behind everything I was like, shit stir. can I fuck with now?
A little bit of initiative.
And I was always looking for some like kind of comic, kind of little crack in the door. Yeah, I like doing that.
Jason, what's your favorite emotion?
I mean, listen, I'm trying to do comedy.
He does vulnerable really well.
Right now, in this place in my life, I really want to do comedy. So, I mean, that doesn't mean you can't be emotionally fucking crazy, mad, anything. But I just really love laughing, and I love being in movies or TV shows where you get a laugh. I've done so much painful, serious shit in the cold that I just want to fucking laugh. So I think anything comedy is just so much fun.
But I was always surprised how funny you were, though. Like I remember like within the first couple of episodes, I remember you like leaning over and patting my belly and saying something ridiculous, and I was like, God damn, it's funny too.
That's too much information.
Yeah. And then when I was telling the police about it, I was telling them how funny it was. The funny feeling I had in my tummy.
Hey friends. Jason, thanks for coming to Portland and selling us vodka. You need to bring these guys next time and save me a flight.
Hell yeah.
Stargate Atlantis is like just such a great show that everybody here is such a fan of and connects with. I'm just curious if there's any shows that you guys have seen recently that you've become a fan of and sort of connected with that you would want to recommend.
Brad keeps telling me I need to watch Travelers.
For what?
Yeah. He says the same thing.
Yeah, but what question? I'm not sure of it by the time it gets to fun.
Housewives of Orange County? No, I actually really geeked out for a few moments on Barry.
Yeah.
That was definitely my sense of humor. That was good stuff. It got really dark, really fast, which is also my sense of humor. So I geeked on Barry for a while.
Okay, I love the Dairy Girls. Yes! I watched it twice. Fantastic. You know, that's the most recent, yeah.
I've been watching all these horror movies and Jane gets mad at me because I keep sort of going, huh, in bed at night while she's trying to sleep. Because I get scared, you know.
That's your memory of Jason rubbing your stomach, actually.
That was it. I'm woken in shock.
Bad Sisters.
Oh, Bad Sisters was great. That was great.
It was
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Apple's been doing some interesting stuff. There's some, yeah. That Sea show I hear is fantastic.
I hear that's really good.
Especially the later seasons.
You bet.
So we have time for one last question now, unfortunately. This is the last question of today. You get it, sir. Make it count. Make it count.
Hello.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're not the only one that stands out in the crowd, brother.
There we go.
You're the last one, bro. Everyone's like, this question better be fucking good.
Yeah. There's a lot riding on
There's a lot on your shoulders right now.
You don't want to know. So you guys have obviously formed quite a friendship over the years that you've been working together, and I want to know which one of you is the most competitive.
Most competitive?
The most competitive is going to go between either him and that guy.
Really?
Competitive at what?
Everything. That guy and that guy.
No, Paulie McGillian, he's like, that guy's more competitive.
But what do you mean
No
competitive?
fucking way.
Like the person who has to like
I don't know, maybe
dominate everything?
and
That would be
friendly
me.
axe throwing competition. Who do you reckon would win?
Oh.
I mean, look at my outfit, it's obvious.
He'd still be, Joe's up there. Joe might be more than David, but
I would drop
David
the axe on my
dominates
foot.
his territory, which is a small fucking territory.
Tiny.
But
Tiny
Joe can step in many territories and dominate. I've seen him. He's beat me in so many things. But he's not an asshole competitor, but he's definitely competitive nature. Sorry, I'm speaking on behalf of you. I just wanted the last thing that we talk about is me.
Nothing.
There you go. The mic drop.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Basingstoke Comic Con,
Appreciate it.
David Hill, Joe Flanagan, Rachel Little, and Jason